Hi everyone, my name is Arislia, and I would love to talk about things that I just watched. So this is the Halloween day. I'm not celebrating it, so I just want to tell you about the movies that I love to watch as the horror films. But that's not the point I made this video. So the first one, absolutely The Grudge. I love The Grudge since the first beginning I watched it. It was excited, especially because there's Sarah Michelle Gellar. And the story was all about you enter this house but you can't survive by it because you got cursed, and it put me curious. The same equals as The Ring. Yeah, Sadako or Samara. The time you watched the video and you got cursed, you got 7 days before you died, and you have to pass it over to someone to watch it so you're not dying, as long as you keep making the copy or let people watch it. And then there's also but the point in The Grudge that I really love was the way the house got crushed, demolished, and then the curse got spread, whether you living across the house with someone who already got cursed, or in the same apartment with the person who got cursed. And that was crazy. And I like the way how the Hollywood version put a vessel of a kid to contain that ghost. I don't know, as long as people around survive. So it felt like The Omen. But the truth is, if you compare with the past of the ghost when she lives, that when she was a child, she also be the vessel to contain that evil. So the thing as who made her being that kind of vicious ghost actually already being predicted, because inside of her there already the vicious demons inside of her. It feels like the Omen, but turns out she got killed tragically, and that's how it's all the curse began. I like The Grudge. And then The Ring, the second one, The Ring. But most important part, The Ring movie, actually the lead actress, Naomi Watts. Yeah, as long as the main lead actors I knew and I kind of see, it's cool, it's pretty awesome. Well, from the past week I watched several horror movies, and basically it's really scary. Like the first one was Teke Teke. Teke Teke is like a call for a ghost that already just half body from half to chest, and she walked by hands, spoke hands, her hands. So she died around the railway road. So if you alone in the railway road area by night and you know there's nobody in there, don't turn around whenever you felt like a wind flew across your neck or shoulder, like if someone blowing some things to you, or like you, especially when you're wearing red, because I did too. There's like I wear it. And then there's, if you're alone that night, just don't turn. And if someone's calling you and you know there's nobody behind you, don't turn around, even though you felt like you knew that person that you never seen before. I mean, it's been a long time. There's a chance that you never met this person, so maybe that ghost possibly knew your past, I don't know, whatever. Well, the point is you can't trust Tiki Tiki. That's the point. So if you're alone, just keep walking, and if you feel it's getting closer to you, close your eyes and keep walking. The chance is you got slipped and dropped to the railway road and died, but there's also a chance that you could survive. So just as long as you're not seeing this kind of ghost and she will chasing you until you die, even you survive, and that night you have to live. I mean, she could only spare you for another 2 days. Yeah, because on the third day you're going to die no matter what. I have no idea what's gonna happen on that day. it's absolutely like the 70s, but in the rain, you know you're going to live if you just pass it by the video and make a copy of it. But Teke Teke never given up. It's just too weird. And there's a story. They're trying to solve the problem. What if she has a tomb and she had it, and that tomb's kind of crashed, and they try to rebuild it again, and turns out she kept killing them. I don't know. That's freaking weird. Just saying. Yeah, that's kind of cool stuff to watch, like, but kind of lazy Japanese teenage horror movie, like everyone dies, kind of that thing, and without thinking, like you try to think, but turns out like die. The next one is The Eye. I already watched it since its premiere at the beginning, long ago, around 2002. And then the story is about the girl who got transplanted. She was blind, and the eye is actually from a donor who actually can see ghosts. So since she got the transplantation, she can see the ghosts. So there's something like a cheesy, a tricky point of view that, oh yeah, it looks like she could see the ghost, and I felt terrified by it. But the most important thing is, there are actually some scenes in The Eyes that actually felt like, I think it's a shadow, that why I'm the only one who could see it. It's the truth. It's the truth. I don't know, but you just have to see it. There's okay, so there's a shot when the girl already met this kind of child boy ghost, and then the parent of the child opened the door, and the shot stand from the to shoot the hallway, and from the far of the hallway there's something with shadow that actually they're not trying to explain about it, so I guess that's something else. So it's a movie, but there's something in it. If you watch the movie itself, it felt like, okay, it's kind of cute, it's kind of like if you're the first time watch, it felt like but turns out it feels like The Conjuring. It feels like but The Conjuring actually more scarier, because it's definitely like The Exorcism. But in this one, it's nothing. It's just like, oh, you're seeing the ghost, like that. And actually, the ending, the final act was kind of cool, because she actually acceptance, and she could see ghosts, and she also could see the Grim Reaper, that people were going to die. So she's trying to prevent it, but she couldn't. But at least she tried, and that's how she tried. It's just kind of like move you. But still, there's like about 3 times. Okay, I remember it. Not just but that hallway. It was the hallway shot in her apartment, and there's also the shot in the train when she had to when she realized there's something about her face. But before that, I kind of see something else on the windows on that train. So she talked with her psychiatrist, and there's I don't know, like a mirror reflection on the mirror on the train, it felt like an old woman, which I felt it's kind of scary. Why it's on the mirror of the train? I mean, the point is, she was going to see her face on the mirror, but someone next to her face, there's something else. What else? I don't know exactly, but I felt there's one more, but I just forgot. I wish I forgot. That's the relief. Yeah, that's the eye. I hope you watch it. And this last, there's also Shutter and Alone. These two Thailand movie also popular around that time. Shutter is about the man who has a girlfriend, and they both at night drive by the girlfriend, and the girl made the hit and run of someone, and turns out it was a ghost from the boyfriend past. Yeah, you know the way, and the ghost seems kind of possessed with him because he did something. While Alone, actually pretty tricky film in Thailand horror. It's a story about a girl who trying to make it work with her boyfriend, but turns out something happened, like the ghost trying to fear both of them, and she tried to work it out, but turns out it's not just about the ghost, it's about herself, about her past that's actually very evil, kind of that thing. It's actually similar with Shutter, but the point is, in the Alone, you seriously surprised with it. The twist was so twist, you felt like, oh yeah, the ending deserve it. And then the last, it's actually that I always love to ask people to watch it. It's The Ghost Game. It's actually very similar with any kind of dare to dare film, like people making a documentary of a TV show, a survival show, that some people live in one island that used to be the place of the genocide, and a week before the date to memorial of that genocide, they tried, I mean, these people tried living as much as longer as possible, and there's also the crew and producers trying to living in that island too, and there it goes. The victims of the genocide, actually pretty scary, and it's blow your mind because that's scary, dude. But turns out the scarier ghost actually trying to remind them that need to stop to shooting and out from the island before the date of memorial of that genocide, the D-Day. And turns out the real ghost actually not pretty evil. That looks pretty scarier, but truly evil. Like one by one die by the person who already been killed. So it felt like a dominoes, but the dominoes actually not that dominoes. So you died, and people actually who still running thought that you're missing, and they find you, but you already dead. So in that kind of case, the good tricks about this film plot is you until the end didn't know who actually already dead. Ghost Game. And then the last one was this one that I really observed by. So I always remember the film as The Premonition, but turns out it was called Reincarnation. So I found it this past week, and I rewatched it again, and still could understand until last night I rewatched it again. I can like, So the story is about an incident in the hotel long ago. A doctor who had a theory that the body was just a vessel of a soul. So which means as long as we capture the soul might be returned to as reincarnations and become someone else, because the body was just only the vessel. And so there's in the future there's a girl who actually going to be an actress, and she got hired by the director who wants to make a movie about that film, about that ghost. About the hotel incident. And then the girl start to feel someone's following her, and she start to get this premonition about what's gonna happen next, or an event, a vision about the past, what happened in the hotel. And she also start to seeing any ghosts of it. And the truth is, there are also some people that actually became the reincarnations of those people in the hotel. So there's like two linear storyline, and it's side by side on the movie, and actually you don't understand. That's the point. I actually don't understand how I manage these two linear, but the point is, the doctor killed the whole people in the hotel. That's a history, along with his children, and they recorded all of them. And it seems like after he recorded, he killed himself. So because I don't know exactly. So it seems like the doctor realized that he did the wrong thing, that all this goes wants to have a judgment of what he did. So then they try to hunting people in the future on like a recent time that had the same scars or birthmarks like them when they died. I don't know how to explain it, but that's the truth, and that's kind of tricky film. It's full of the layers, and just kind of to realize that I miss it. If I like The Ring, if you watch The Ring, if you watch the Ring, and there's the history of it, but then you watch The Ring, it felt like there's something missing, and you have to watch it and watch it again until you realize, so that's how, kind of that thing. I really love The Ring. The Ring means a lot to me because Sadako was so pretty. But in The Ring, it seems like there's a two samurai or two Sadako, so it's kind of tricky. Yeah, that's, if you really want to watch, I suggest you, if you really want to have a scariest day of your life in your Halloween day, I suggest you just have to watch Alien. Yeah, but if you don't like the sci-fi, you better watch this Screams, and then you can start watch the Japanese and Thailand horror movie that I just recommended to you. Okay, happy Halloween, guys.